Yes, I missed you earlier today. Yes, I was not available around lunchtime. So I said, let me go live now because I just got off a business Zoom and I was training one of my team members talking about videos, how important it is to do videos, to show up on videos, being yourself on the videos. So I wanted to come live and share with all the pretty people. Hashtag to all the pretty people. Hello, pretty people. Yes, so if you are pretty from the inside out, what that means is we celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. That's what makes you pretty. So when I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Yes, arm yourselves with it. And so, hello, gorgeous. So if you're joining me for the first time, put newbie in the chat. Put newbie. I want to see my newbies. I see you. I speak back. Of course, if you watch the replay, put replay. But if you tag two people or share the broadcast, you and I just became besties. Hey, girl. So, yes, I want to make sure that I shorten somebody else's learning curve. I've been an entrepreneur for over 17 years, and I help people build their businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat. And yes, hello, gorgeous. I actually teach you how to leverage and monetize social media, especially if you have a small business, if you are a network marketer, direct seller, you're my people. I love the network marketing space because you can get started at a minimal cost and do very well if you do the work. Let me say that, if you do the work. And so I want to make sure I share my experience because we can all go to the top, baby. Yes, Michael is in the building. Okay, I got a newbie in the building. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm Jerusha, motivational speaker, radio personality, business coach, social marketer, and I am so blessed. Regardless, all of you are blessed if you are here. If you have a pulse, you have a purpose. And so I'm so blessed. I'm so excited that I get to teach what I know for sure. And so we want to talk about video. So I was on a business Zoom. I've trained thousands over my year of, entrepreneurship. I started offline. And so that's where I mastered the offline space. In 2019, really came online and then mastered the online space. And so I want to tell you, you can do anything you choose. All of this is a skill. Oh, Denise is in the building. Yes, Miss Anderson is in the building. Good to see you. Yes, it's still Money Making Monday. I didn't forget about you. Good to see your beautiful faces. So I wanted to share with you some of the tips that I gave my own team member because I just believe everybody can benefit. I don't care what you sell. I actually don't care what type of company you're in. Doesn't matter to me. Lotions, potions, pots, pans, hair, lashes, nails. We can all do it. But you have to put in the sweat equity. And so I was talking to one of my business partners. I was saying, you should get on video. Now, they're terrified of video. They don't want to do video. Now, be honest in the chat. How many of you are the same way? You're like, I just can't see it, Jerusha. I mean, I'm an introvert. Raise your hand. Introverts, put introvert in the chat. I'm an introvert. I don't know what I would say online. I don't know, how I would feel about how I look. I don't like the way that I sound. How many of you have all these hangups about being on video? All right, great. Well, you're in the right place because me too. I actually like to practice. Like, this is practice. So I like to show up and I like to test myself. I like to be afraid. Like, there's a certain level of curiosity. Like, oh, if I do it, what will happen? And so I don't think you should try to come and be perfect. I tried that and, it just stresses you out more. And so that's what we're going to talk about is, the things that you can do right now to level up in your business, to level up in your online presence, to level up in your client base. You do want to test yourself and you want to challenge fear. You want to look fear in the face because that is what is stopping you from going to your next level. We're all afraid of something, right? We just got to look fear in the face and say, you know what? I'm a conqueror. I got this. We gonna do this. And you do it. You act on it. Now, you can't just say it in your head because there's too many people wanting to and not enough people willing to, okay? And so that's the thing I want you to understand. It's not enough willing to. Put that in the chat. Say, Jerusha said, I need to be willing to, not just wanting to, right? Say, yes, Jerusha. So I have my TikTok family, my Instagram family, and all of you that are on Facebook, put in the chat, are you fearful of videos? Like, you feel like if you could do that, everything would change for you. Now, let me just tell you, if you feel like that, yes, introverts, you have almost 75% of people are introverts. And I would say all of the billionaires are introverts. So you have your Warren Buffetts, you have your Mark Zuckerbergs, you have all of these people that are actually introverts. So that means if they can do it, you can do it. Okay. If they can become multi millionaires and billionaires, you can do it being an introvert. So don't let that stop you, because everything that I'm doing is a learned behavior, right? And so when you do something over and over and over and over and over and over and over, you get good at it. Just like at your job. When you first went to your job, you didn't know how to do it. You might have been knowledgeable about being a whatever pharmaceutical rep, but now you're good at it. All of you are probably the best at your jobs. I can probably guarantee that most of you are overachievers. That's why you have a business. That's why you have a full-time job, because you know you deserve more. Now, what I would tell you is your homework is to challenge yourself. So your homework is to get a video out. Short form video, 1 minute or 30 seconds. That's all you got to do. Just get the video done. Now, if you're utilizing like TikTok, you know you can change the setting to only, it's a setting that says public, it says only me, and it says friends. So what I would tell you to do, here's your homework, change the setting to only me. Record yourself doing whatever it is that you want to share. Obviously, it needs to fall in the 4 E's. When you are posting content, your content needs to fall into the 4 E's, which is the 4 elements of social media. It needs to be entertaining or educational or empowering or engaging with the peoples. Now, you're going to change the setting on TikTok. The reason why I chose TikTok and not Reels, to me, I'm not tech savvy. TikTok is easier to learn. Okay. The features are easier to learn. So if you are a little like me, little, slow in that area, you probably want to do it on there. Now, if you've already mastered Reels, just do it there. You're going to change it to only me. You're going to go ahead and record whatever it is that you want to share with the public, right? And then you can look at it and see what you need to change. Now, here's the thing. My degrees are in communications and public relations. I was on the radio when I was 19 years old. Love the radio and television industry. That's where I came from. Let me just tell you, anchors are reading. Okay. So people on radio, they have notes. So what I would tell you is get some sticky notes, write it out. It's only 30 seconds or a minute. Write it out so you don't get lost in what you're supposed to be saying. Because I know I'm like that. I have a short attention span. I'm a visual and auditory learner. So I need to see people do it over and over and over and over. Then I can perfect it. Then I have to practice it over and over and over. So if you're not comfortable just talking off the top of your head, because I'm really not. I always have notes. Always, like, I know my subject for today is to talk to you about the fear of videos. It wasn't something I just made up. I know ahead of time, this is what I'm going to discuss. This is what I'm going to share. And so what I would tell you, if you're that person, write it out. It's okay. No one knows. Write it out. Do your 30-second video or a minute, right? Share what you know for sure. Look at it. Okay. Get the right lighting and all the things. And if you don't have a light, don't go out and buy one. Just wait till it's daylight and just turn your camera towards the window and you have perfect light. So don't worry about the things that you don't have. Okay. I like to talk to people who tell me what they can do, not what they can't do. And usually people like to say, I can't speak like that. I can't enunciate like that. I can't smile like that. I can't, whatever it is. I want to know what you can do. Now, what you can do is challenge yourself every day. So how to get in front of more people? You got to face fear in the face. And if video is your thing, you need to do it today. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering, right? So now you're suffering in your business because you didn't challenge yourself to do that one thing. Now, because of video, you're going to get more views. Now, especially if you do it over and over and you're bringing value. So you can do videos and they're not valuable, or they're not funny, they're not entertaining, they're not empowering, they're not engaging. You're not going to get as many views, right? So you want to make sure they fall in the categories. This is how we do video. You can have virtual events like this about your product, about your opportunity, and it's going to attract your people. Now, very important, if you have an opportunity like me, I'm developing 100 new business partners I can take under my wings, work side by side, and teach them how to build an online business in my social retail business. So if you want to be a part of the 100 or learn about the 100, put 100 in the chat. So I recorded my opportunity. So I recorded the opportunity. Therefore, when you want to get educated, I could just send you a video of the opportunity, which saves me time. And that's what this is about. Entrepreneurship is having a balanced lifestyle, not really balanced, but you know what I mean, as much as possible. Same thing with your product. If you have a great product, do a quick 30-second video, record yourself talking about the benefits of the product. If someone asks about your product, you can send them the video, because it's nothing like seeing you. Like when I talk about the liquid collagen that I use, the collagen that I use in particular, we have the award-winning patenting on this collagen. I have started it several months back, and I can tell a difference in everything: my skin, my hair, my nails, my joints, my bones, my gut, my digestion, my cognitive tissues, and it has healing properties in it as well. This collagen is different from all the other collagen. And so we stop producing collagen in our 20s. Doesn't matter who you are. If you're human, you're going to stop producing it, right? In your 20s. And we lose, like, it declines 1% every single year for women until menopause. From 20 to menopause. Girl, where the collagen been all my life? And so when I learned the benefits of this collagen, I was like, let me do a video about this collagen. Let me do a TikTok about this collagen. And so, yes, and you're like, you need this collagen. Put collagen in the chat, or just go to the link tree. Just go to my link tree. That really wasn't a sales pitch, but it was at the same time. Like, I was trying to give you an example. Your product is jewelry. Your product is makeup. Your product is hair. Your product is insurance. Whatever your product is, go make a video. You do it. It's great that your company provides videos. My company provides videos, but it's nothing like me saying it, because you're my people. So the pretty people, they already know me, like me, trust me. So if I'm saying to the pretty people, hey, this is the liquid collagen that I use, it's more believable, and I already have that trust factor, right? And so when you do it, it's coming from your experience. And so I would say great company videos, we love them, but they're so commercialized, right? It's not personable. So if it were me and I sold lashes, I would do a video on me doing lashes, and customers that ask for my lashes, I would send them my video. So that way they're like, oh my gosh, this is great. So this is why you have to challenge yourself, especially if you have a business like this. Because why do you think I worked in television? And I worked in commercials. And so you would see certain commercials, I mean, within an hour of certain shows, how many times? 3, 4 times within that show. And you're like, I just saw this McDonald's commercial. I just saw this Walmart commercial. And the reason why, it's like a brainwashing. Television is you're brainwashing people. I promise you are, even the news. And I worked in news. And so what happens is, subconsciously, you are thinking about, I don't eat McDonald's, or your Big Mac or Burger King, whatever. They are programming you to want to believe that you want this burger, okay, or that you want this whatever milkshake. And so the more they put it in front of you, your mouth starts to water. Like, I think I want a milkshake. I think I want to try those chips from Lay's chips, the new hot ones, or whatever, because you keep seeing it. So your business, my business, I have to keep saying I'm developing, hundreds of new business partners, because every time somebody new is probably watching. And it could be timing for other people, because I might not have wanted that McDonald's milkshake today. But one day I'm driving down the street and I'm like, oh, there's McDonald's. Oh, yeah, I saw that commercial about that strawberry milkshake. I'm going to pull in and get the strawberry milkshake. So it could be timing. But if I had not seen that commercial and it was not programmed, I would not have thought about it. Your business is the same way. Is that helpful? Is that helpful? So that's why I show up on video, because I want you to get the business tips. I want you to understand the importance of leveraging and monetizing social media. I want that for you. And I want you to follow, and I want your team to follow. I want that for you. Yes or yes. Okay. So I would say once you do your video on TikTok and you do only me, check it out. Now, don't critique yourself to death. Now, don't do it 10 times. That's just wasting time. That was me when I first started. I was doing it over and over and over and over, trying to perfect it. Then I realized, girl, I don't have time for this. That means I'm not doing something else I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. So I now put a timer, and I said, okay, if I can do it in 2 takes, no more than 3, it's not going to get done. That's not the one for me today. Let me find another one. Let me find some more words to say or whatever it is. So I want you to record yourself, put a timer. Like if you gave yourself 30 minutes to do it, okay, time yourself. Get that 30-minute video done of your product or your opportunity or your service. Send it to the customers that have expressed interest. You're not going to send it to random people now. You're going to send it to people who have expressed interest of some sort so they can see why you love it. Okay, the reason why I love the liquid collagen, because I got results. That's why I love it. It's great to see other people, use it and get testimonials. And then I'm helping other people feel better. Now they can definitely run faster or jog up the steps, and they couldn't before because their knees was hurting or whatever. Now I have proof it works for other people other than myself. And so if you are willing to do it, I want to know. You can send it to me. I'm so open to you sending it to me so I can check it out. Bam, Erica did what she was supposed to do. Bam, Michael did what he was supposed to do. Bam, Julia did what she was supposed to do. If you're not challenging yourself, what's the point, right? What's the point of all this? Being online for what? The point is to post and profit. So I know you're not posting just to be doing it. You're posting to profit at some point, right? Or you can choose 5 of your products. I would say key products, and that you actually have great results. My company has about 80 products. I don't use 80 products. I talk about the things that I use, like the liquid collagen. Now, you can do 5 different products, do 5 different videos, store it, save it. So now when you get ready to release a video, you have it already in your drafts, and now you can release it. Obviously, you already know, put a trending sound underneath it. And especially if here's a business tip that nobody's telling folk. Do you know your voice is original? You are an original. It's great. You can still put the trending sound on the lowest volume. But if you are speaking with your voice, you want that at the highest volume, because that's an original piece of content. Okay. And so it's important that people hear your voice. Now, if you don't like your voice, on TikTok, they have, where you can change the voice. And even though it's your words, it sounds different. Okay. So there are all these apps that can help you. AI has changed the world. So no worries if you don't like the sound of yours. There's one app that you can just make it sound automated. And it sounds like, like the lady who says, on the PA system, right? Or when you call a company and it's like an automated person talking, it's like that. But it's still your words. Okay. So don't let fear stop you. Fear is physical. Let me tell you, fear is physical. And if that is what's stopping you, I'm telling you, today is your day, because stress hormones like cortisone and adrenaline are released when you are fearful. And so your blood pressure and heart rate increases when you're afraid to do something. When you're afraid, like even, your heart starts to move faster. You start breathing faster. Some people start perspiring, you like feel something. Okay. Even your blood flow changes. And so blood actually flows away from your heart and into your limbs, making it easier for you to start fighting. You notice when you're afraid of somebody, all of a sudden you get all this boost of energy. It doesn't matter if you just ran a marathon. All of a sudden, when fear kick in, you start running like you're running for your life, because you are. And you get this unbelievable strength, right? Because you're afraid. You're like, oh, okay. We don't want that, okay? Because I want you to be able to do the video and not feel that level of fear every time. I'm afraid every time I go live. Like I'm actually afraid, but I'm excited because I get to do it, because I like the challenge. So a little bit of fear, but not enough that it stops you. So does this make sense? So if you do a video, you don't have to dance. That's the good news. People got freaked out about professional. I can't dance because I was a cheerleader, because I like dancing. I dance sometimes. Like I'm like, I actually like to dance in real life. So for me, that wasn't a big deal because I'm professional and fun. And so I'm intelligent, I'm smart, and I want to be silly. Like I don't want to just be one. So just be yourself. Just stand there if you want, and then point to the benefits of the product with your voice. You can do that if you don't want to, talk. And in my opinion, it works better, if you talk about what it does and not what it is. If you notice, this is a marketing technique. If you notice, I said the liquid collagen that I use, it helps your skin, your hair, your nails, your joints, your cognitive tissues, your bones, your gut, your digestion. I told you what it does. So I already know people who are like, oh, I need that for my gut. Oh, I need that for my, my digestion. Oh, I need that for my bones and my joints. I want to drop it like it's hot, Jerusha. I know those are my people. But I know if a person is like, well, I don't really want that, good looking skin. I don't really want, thicker hair. Those are my people. And so I think you will do better if you talk about what it does and not what it is, because there are many types of hair if you sell hair. And if you're just like, this is my hair, what's different about your hair? If you sell lashes, I use lashes all the time. What's different about your lashes? Tell me the benefits. Tell me the benefit of why I need to buy them lashes from you. Because I could just go to the local beauty supply and get lashes, but I want to support you online. So tell me the benefits. And video allows you to host a global conference like this. You can do trade shows online. You can do product launches online. You can unbox your product online. You can have educational online events. Like it's so much you can do from home online with video. And so I just don't want you to stop yourself from growing. Even if you're doing well in your business, this will take it to another level. Okay. So you can conquer fear. You were not born with this fear. Fear is a learned behavior. You better write this down. Say, Jerusha said fear is a learned behavior. Yes, it is. When you were born, you were only deposited on this earth with two fears: the fear of falling and the fear of a loud sound. Every other fear is a learned behavior. So we learn to be afraid of snakes, because if you put an infant baby on the floor, he go to the snake, right? He doesn't know to fear that. Babies don't know anything to fear unless they're taught. And so we've been taught to be afraid of strangers. Like, you're my friends. If you are watching this video, we just became friends. I'm about to talk to you. I'm going to tell you about my opportunity. I'm about to tell you about this liquid college. I'm about to tell you about everything. I'm about to tell you about my business courses. Me and you are friends. And then I want to hear your success story. How can we collaborate? How can I celebrate you? What can we do together? Because together we can do so much more. And so we've got to remove this thing called fear. It's not real. Okay. Whatever you learn, you can unlearn. Jerusha, whatever you've learned, you can unlearn. And so of all of your emotions, fear is by far the most challenging one that faces us moment by moment, because something happens every time and we fear people saying no thank you. We fear, they're going to hang up the phone or whatever. And so this is the thing. I don't want to live in fear though. And so for those people who are like, oh, I'm not going back outside, I don't want to live that way. I want to just trust and believe and be safe, not be ignorant, but I don't want to live in fear. Living in fear is, is always a choice. We choose every single day. We can choose to live in that invisible force of fear, or we can choose a different storyline. I choose a different storyline. We can choose one of hope, possibilities, and connections. That's me. I just choose to come live and say, hey, these are the things that I've learned in my 17 years of being an entrepreneur. Don't do X, Y, and Z. Let me help you. Now, if you do it, some people got to learn the hard way. Like my son, I could tell him, hey, don't do this. And then he does it. See, some people got to do it anyway. That's how they learn. I remember, I'll tell you this. And if you want to continue with me, I'll be on TikTok more. If you learn something, hashtag helpful. I know you've already tagged 2 people and shared the broadcast because I don't want to be the best kept secret. We want people to know it's possible that they can grow online. Like, I'm so hopeful for every single one of us. Like, even though I have 200,000, maybe more on here collectively with my groups, I want 1,000,000. Yeah, so we want to grow the account. So we want to show up. We want to be more influential, right? And so even though I've had success here, it's not enough that I've impacted enough people. So therefore, I got to keep going, right? And so FEAR, people always have these acronyms for FEAR. Most people know. Oh, put it in the chat. Thank you so much. Helpful, hashtag helpful, helpful. Yes, you've already tagged somebody, right? Your business bestie, your team. Say, listen, we want to make sure that your team understands what they need to do, because when they grow, you grow, we grow. Okay. So most people know FEAR, false evidence appearing real. That's the one most people say all the time, which is true. But there's another one that says FEAR, right? Face everything and rise. Face everything that's coming at you and then you rise. Girl, you got this. Don't worry about it. And for me, I always say, I don't want to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. It's a such thing as progress. So we don't want to say, oh, I need to be, I didn't like, okay, this hair right there is sticking up right there. I can't make everything perfect every single time. I can't do it. So I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for progress. And so if you start to tell yourself, you know what, I'm showing up as my authentic self, and I'm just going to be me. And the people who get me, get me. And the people who don't get me, it's okay. It really is. There's another one for the FEAR that says, forget everything and relax. Write this down. A pretty person is putting this in the chat. Say, Jerusha, you helping me today. Yes, forget everything and relax. Release it, girl. You remember there was a commercial. I think it was Oliver Lake. What was the commercial? I don't forget the commercial. Something like, I don't know what it is now. It was something about relaxing. And so, yes, if you know, put it in the chat so I can remember. And then the last one that people like to say is false expectations about reality. Ooh, FEAR. False expectations about reality. It hasn't happened yet. You are fearing the unknown. You don't know if that person's going to love your video. You don't know if they're going to say yes or no. You don't know if your video is just going to go viral. You don't know yet. And so everything that you are thinking about is self-imposed. You did that. So you got to change the way you think about it. You're going to look fear in the face, and you're going to attack fear every single day, because every day it's going to be there. Now, don't just think it's just this one time and you conquered it. I got to conquer my fears every single day. Every day I'm fighting with Jerusha. Jerusha over here, Jerusha. And we all have a twin. I have this twin over here, the good twin. And then I have the fearful twin over here. They're both me, right? And so every single day I'm fighting myself. And so that's why I say, I am always trying to live up to my full potential, because my full potential takes off running in front of me every single morning. And I'm always trying to catch up to me. And so I'm my biggest enemy. I don't hold my parents, my team, my company. No one is responsible for my happiness and my life. I am responsible. I do not do that to people. And I'm so happy for other people. I'm just like, I want her to get her money. Get your bag, girl. When I see people, I'm just like, I'm happy for them. Even though there are some things that I would like to have that I see I'm like, I'm happy for them. And especially, I love anchors. I like watching certain anchors. I just told you I was in radio and television, and I love Abby, and she works for CNN. And I was like, I like her. I want Abby to do so well. I just, I have nothing but love, because I know when I give it, energy is transferable and energy is contagious. So I want to give off that energy so I can receive that energy. Now, I'm not expecting everybody to like you, because that's when you understand that that's not going to happen. And I'm doing something wrong if everybody likes me now. I'm not trying to be that person. I'm just trying to be me. Right. And so, great info, Jerusha. Yes, this is good info. I appreciate you. Jenny in the building, JD in the building, Tamiko in the building. Good to see your beautiful faces. Now, do me a favor, teleprompter. Yes. I am big on the teleprompters. Baby, you can get that teleprompter and it's on your phone and just read, your product benefits or whatever your services are. Create that video. No one's going to know you're reading teleprompter. And so that's what we do in radio and television. They're reading. So why wouldn't you be reading? And so you got to practice, maybe it doesn't sound too like you're reading, but I'm always having notes. Like I'm always like, I have a little note here, a note there. I know exactly my points that I need to bring forward to you. And so I am not that person. I know people say, if you're good at it, you should just be able to do it. No, you also want to make sure people get value. I can certainly talk about raising two boys, but I'd rather give you business tips. I'd rather give you great stories that you would remember and you would actually implement, right? And so that's just my take on that. So it's nothing wrong with creating notes for yourself and creating that video. So my challenge for you is to do your video. I can't wait. And I'm happy to see your video. So you can send it to me in Messenger and then I'm gonna like love on your video and everything. I want to see you do it, because that's one more step closer to your ultimate goal. You're to post and profit, post and profit. And so this is going to help you start doing it over and over and over and over and over. And then I'll be like, yes, Linda, yes. I'm going to be so excited for you. Trust me, I didn't get permission to start going live. I just started and I just started doing TikTok. I saw people doing it. I was like, I think I'm an actress. I want to do that. Hashtag Tyler Perry Studios. Hey, hashtag Tyler Perry. I'm right here. Can I get in one of your movies? I want to do it. I'm afraid because if you actually call, I'd still do it, but I'd be afraid to do it. But I'm doing it anyway because I'm challenging myself. And so, yes. So let me know if this was helpful tonight. I just could not go without seeing your beautiful faces on Monday. I'm like, I didn't see them today at lunch. I got to go live. I'm going to stay on TikTok because we're going to continue this conversation on TikTok. So if you're following me over there, great. If you're not, let's go over there. And so I'm trying to increase my followers on TikTok. And here's a little business tip. For TikTok, if you go live, they like for you to stay live for like an hour, 2 hours. And that's why you see people doing makeup. You see people cooking. You see people because it's actually driving more traffic to their account. So now typically I only do like 20, 30 minutes, right? I'm just like, here's a quick motivation, inspiration, business tips. Bam! But now I'm like, all right, since I'm going to focus a little bit on my YouTube channel and TikTok, got to do a little bit more. See what I'm saying? That little extra. Got to do a little bit more over here. And so that's what we're committed to doing, right? Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So if you yes, you can put collagen or just go to my link tree, wherever my name is, you'll see a link tree, you'll see collagen, or you can message me collagen. That's totally fine. And then I'll be happy to share with you the benefits and why I love it. If you got value, please say helpful. Please share it with your team. Oh, you are so good at what you do too. Thank you so much. Janie always prays for me and sends me great prayers. So make sure you follow her. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm really just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I can't wait. I'll see you tomorrow, 1:30 for a quick lunch and learn every Tuesday for the last 4 years. Every Tuesday at 1:30, I do a lunch and learn. So I will see your beautiful faces on tomorrow. Yes. And the answer is yes, TikTok. It's my name. So I'm about to stay over here on TikTok. It's my name. So I'll see your beautiful faces over there. Have a great night. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page.